Hello friends, it's Charlene with Charlene's Heartfelt Creations. Today's episode is the third episode of my second mini-series here on YouTube. The mini-series is titled How to Create Journals from Board Games. And in the first one, I showed you how I like to take the board game and cut it up, and the box and cut it up. And then I line it with tape and do the spine and everything. And then in my second video, we went ahead, I just had that on there so it wouldn't get dusty in between use. In the second video, we worked on the pages, how to sew in the pages. And this video is titled Pockets and Frills. And so we're going to go ahead and add some pockets and maybe some trim to the book and maybe some tabs, things like that. And then there is one more video in this mini series, and that's going to be things like tags and embellishments and stuff like that. So this here, I'm very happy with how it turned out. I still need to add pages to the board game box that I have, and I think I didn't add the pages yet to the other book that I already put together. It's just sitting there with just the cover and the spine done. I've been super busy lately. That's why it's taken me so long to get to this video. My kids were doing sports, and they went from soccer to now a bunch of them playing basketball. I only had one playing soccer, but now I have a bunch of boys playing basketball, and my daughters do dance, and so we are just so busy all the time. It seems like as soon as I sit down to work on any of this, I'm getting right back up to drive somebody or exchange kids out for the next age group, stuff like that. And it's just been so eventful. And my my 2-year-old, she cut her hair, and it's just so crazy around here. So but I don't really have a plan for this, so we're going to do this together. It's going to be a surprise for not only you, but me. So I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do all this. So I brought a ton of supplies out here with me, and I'm not sure what I'm going to start with yet, but I do have a bunch of the scraps I'd like to gather up real quick and use these throughout the book. So I know in a lot of my videos you hear me say I brought this out here with me. It's because I film my videos in my camper. My kids are so loud, there's no way I'd be able to film this in the house. And so I film all my videos in my really nice camper, usually late at night. And so tonight you might hear the owls. The owls are outside, and they are so loud right now. It's kind of cool to see them though. They're kind of creepy, but it's really neat to see them. All right, so right off the bat here, I'm looking at this thinking this would be such a cool pocket, but I'm not sure if I want to do it. All right, let's see here. This one might end up being a pocket because that would be a nice little tuck pocket there. So I'm going to start really simple with this one. And I need to find my punch. Okay, I am back. I had to run into the house and grab my bin of punches real quick. Let's see. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and make this a pocket. I think having a pocket right on the front page is a really good idea. Because then if you want to just slide things in here that you can work with, I've done it in the past where I've printed out a bunch of my pictures and I just slid them into a pocket, and then I'll just work through my scrapbook. Alright, and I love this tape. I use this tape so often. So I'll just do a couple pieces of tape here. And then I'm very tempted on this side to go ahead and use, I think I'm going to use some fabric on that side. Some kind of a fabric, or like anything that we can add a frill to it. All right, there's that. And so we have our nice little pocket here in the front. And then I got a whole bunch of fabrics that I can, or not fabrics, but a whole bunch of ribbons. I found this the other day at Hobby Lobby for 50% off. And I thought this was so cute. That might be really cute down the side of one of the pages. And then I found this Santa one. They have so many good ones. I had to be very selective because I really don't need a ton of it anymore. And then it says open here. I wonder if that means pull it. Okay. Look at how pretty this is. It's got beads and snowflakes on it. Little wooden snowflakes. It's like a twine. I loved this. I thought this was really cute. And this was $5.99 and 50% off of that. And then I got this one at the thrift store for 99 cents, but it's only a $3 ribbon from Walmart. That's another really pretty one. All right, then I also have a couple more different ribbons. I like these to make little tabs. Like you go ahead and you do a tab at the top of the page and staple it. All right, I think that's most of it. And then I have the velvet stuff here. I'm trying not to use this for too many projects because I really like this for Christmas ornament hangers. Because it's a nice thick velvet, but if we come to a spot where we need it, we're going to use it. And then I found this at the thrift store. I don't even know if it works yet, but it's holly. It's a edge punch, and so I'm going to try to use that in this journal too. I think that would be really cool. All right, so let's add some ribbon here with the stapler. Oh yeah, and I have this trim as well. I had some white lace, but I really didn't want to incorporate white lace into this. I thought it was just going to be too light. All right. Oh, he's so cute. I love it. Okay. Let's cut a piece of this and see how that works. Because I do really like that. I think that's adorable. And normally I just staple mine on, but yeah, I'm definitely going to adhere that instead of stapling it because it's just so cute. And that would be fun to see when you open it up. Let's see. I have a huge mess here. I'm not doing good with keeping things cleaned up and organized. I am a very messy crafter, unfortunately. I love what I do. I love crafting. I don't like the mess that I make. And since this is going to go on the edge, I am going to go ahead and put a few strips of this on here just because I don't want it to fall off. This is just going to go right down the side here, and I would like to put it right up against the edge if I can line that up. There we go. I think that's lined up pretty good. He's so cute. That looks adorable on the side of music, I think. I really like that. All right, and then we're going to turn the page. And oh, we've got a little bit of our pocket sticking up there. I don't mind having pieces like that. I kind of like it. I feel like it gives a little bit more dimension to it. All right. On this green piece, I think I'm going to use this. I'm going to try this out. I really wonder if I should just do it on a scrap before I demolish this thing if it doesn't work, you know. All right, let's try it on the scrap first. A practice round. And maybe if I do good enough with this practice round. All right, so I know with Stampin' Up! They always taught us to like look for the notch. So I think I'm going to start at the notch. It's so pretty. All right. The thing about the one with Stampin' Up! Is you could easily line it up on the bottom. So you knew exactly where you were at. So I think that's what I'm going to try to do all the way across. Oh, look at that. Maybe we can use this. Oh, and then I see you're supposed to actually line it up right here and then punch. Not have to look at the bottom and punch it. Very nice. Look at how pretty that is. I really like that. I'm going to staple this right on here. And we'll have a tuck. There we go. So it'll just be someplace to tuck a cute little picture or something. All right. So on this one here, should we make a pocket? Because I've got all these scraps here, but I've also got some fun die cuts. So I think I'm going to go through and do some of my die cuts real quick. I brought out a bunch of little things that I've been working with. If you've been watching my videos, I recently purchased this off of Amazon. Love this. This is like a little bag. This is a Stampin' Up. This is an old one that I've had. I've made so many neat pockets with this. This here is, I have not even gotten to use this yet. This is a library pocket. And so I'm really excited to see how that one works. And this one I've used in a couple of my videos too. Oh, and look at this cute little tiny envelope. That'll be adorable in something. Okay, and then these are like little texture things. I've got some Christmas ones. I just didn't have a chance to take them all out. I have a star pattern right here. I don't know if you can see the stars, but it's a star pattern. And this looks amazing if you do like a little red bag. And we did a red spine on it with stars. So I thought that would be really cute. This one here, oh, I love this. I like Mario. I have a son who really likes Mario, and I did a Mario birthday party for him. And I made bricks with this for his birthday party. So that was fun. That was a really neat one. I should start sharing some of the pictures from some of the birthday parties. We're going to go ahead and use the Big Shot right here. So then we're going to go ahead and assemble this. And this little flap is your bottom flap. And then I want to make sure that I get the same. Well, you know what? We're not going to even see it. It's going to be a pocket. So this is going to go on here and fold over to give you this cute little pocket. So let's go ahead and get our double-sided tape. And we're going to go ahead and line this up with the side here. And then we're going to close it up just like that. So we need a strip of it right down here. And these are so cute and pretty. I did this for a birthday party for somebody. They were doing like a movie theme. And so I did these, and then on the front there was a little like film strip that's where we said happy birthday was on that. And so it was really, really cute. And these flaps don't really matter which side you choose. So you can go ahead and put the tape right down the center to close it up. And then we are going to have to figure out what to put in this pocket in my next video. So again, we're just doing pockets and frills, and then the next video is going to have the different things that we can put in here. But this is so cute. This is what the invitations came in. So this was like the envelope for the invitation. All right, next we've got, I think we're going to go through and make some different pockets. Although, you know what, I have a good idea of where to put this. I think this, I know that this is, I don't know if you can see, it's like indented here and then it's pushed out here, but I don't think it matters. This might be like a really cool flip out. What do you think? Would that look good right there on the black, or do we need to keep moving it along to a different spot? All right, well, this is a pocket. I'm going to go ahead and make that pocket up. I think I'm just going to go through and take care of the pockets that I know are supposed to be pockets first, and then we'll go back through and add pockets. There we go. Got some pockets going now. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and make up a couple of these little things. I have browns and craft papers, and I'm going to go ahead and make up more pockets. And then we will go ahead and add them into the journal in different places. Pockets and envelopes and stuff like that. This little envelope is going to be adorable done up in some of this pattern paper that we had left over. And then I really think this one here, that's the 3 pockets, it's going to have, I'm going to use the scraps from what we did before for that too. For the outside of that. So I will be back with more to show you in just a little bit. That way you don't have to watch me make all the different pockets, but I'll show them to you once I get them all done. Okay, I am back. I went ahead and pulled a few things that I thought would work really well for this. I've got this cute little envelope. I just randomly pulled one, but it's just a cute little envelope that I thought would be great in the journal. And then here's the one we did with the stars. And then I did another one with stars. It's a little bit different. And then I did a couple of these little like library cards. And then this is a pocket, but then I put another pocket. Oh, that's kind of thick. It's got another pocket right there. So I thought that would be a neat way to do that, and we use scraps. And then these, I love these in the browns. So I made a few of those. I'm going to set this one aside because this, I'm going to do something that I think is super cool with it. I liked the shape of this envelope, and it's got that like yellowed vintage look to it. It's old. It came from the thrift store. So I thought this might be cool. A couple of these little coin envelopes. And then I have 2 craft envelopes that are huge. There's some cards that I had that I thought looked vintage. And these all came from the thrift store. The trifold card. If you're putting pictures in your book, you could do a lot of pictures on this. This one I thought just looked like it'd go perfect with the theme. And it just says, wishing you a wonderful Christmas. The pinstripes in here, I think would be really cool to have like some mats and then put your pictures. And then this one I thought was so pretty. Sometimes they have things on the back. Sometimes I cut those out and make them something else. But I like to take cards and either make pockets with them or have some kind of a flip out. So we've got lots of things to figure out where they go. This though, I went ahead and made 2 of these up, and I didn't put it together just because I want the Santa face to be on the side you can see it. So this is a hinge is what this essentially is. And so we're gonna attach it at some point to whichever side we want to flip out. And then this will be attached onto here. And so we'll have a seamless hinge and then this here. So it will close and open just like a page. So this is one that I'm waiting to fully assemble just because I want that hinge. I have kind of envisioned this since I purchased this, making this into a double-sided pocket like that. So I'm excited. And I have another video where I show this. I did purchase that off of Amazon, and I love everything about it. It's wonderful. And then this is just little teeny envelopes. I haven't closed them up yet, but look how stinking cute that is. Here's the craft paper one. I really like how it looks on the inside with this. I almost wish I had a big envelope with the inside because I really like the 2 together. And this is one that I stamped, and then this is the paper that we used from Ollie's. Okay, so let's get the book. And let's see. So we've got this here that we did on camera. I didn't do anything without you except make my pockets. So, and we don't have to have a pocket on every page. And then we've got our tuck right here. And then, let's see. Do we feel like we need to put any of these, scream this page? I wonder if a craft envelope would be good on here. It's on the other side. So I love doing envelopes on my pages like this. And then that could go there. I really like the brown with the red. I think I'm going to do this. I think I like that. And then it's a nice little tuck away, you know. So let's see here. We're going to use double-sided tape because I think it's just a little bit stronger than this adhesive. I keep running out of that adhesive too. I have tons of this right now, so I'm okay with using this. And these are envelopes that I picked up a huge thing of them at the bins. And so I was very excited to find these because I've used them for quite a few things already. They're a nice large size, much larger than what I think I would normally make an envelope. So they're probably like a wedding invitation or something is what they were probably for. But these are wonderful. And I think this will make a really nice flip out in the journal because it'll make it so you have a space that you could put multiple things. You could probably fit a couple of Christmas cards if you had a couple of cards that were special to you in this big envelope, just because it is so massive. I shipped out some postcards in these, and I was worried that they might get returned because they are so large. I wasn't sure how the post office would do with these, if the single stamp would cover the cost, but it did. And so there we go. I like how that brown looks on there. And then there's a fun flip out right there that you can put things like cards into to save for later. I say it's massive, and then this thing's gonna fit in there perfect, right? Yeah, I guess it's a regular card size, but you have a nice, it was way, way bigger than my postcards, let me tell you. You have a nice flip out now. And we can dress it up a little bit. Let's see, what can we put on here that would be fun? Like I said, I use this kind of stuff right here, like a washi tape. So let's see, do we have any good ones that could go on here? They're all so long, that's the only problem. Let's see. Maybe we'll just take a scrap, one of these bigger scraps, and use it on there. Oh, that's not going to be, well, that might be big enough. If I put it on like this and, let's see. About this one and that one. What about the black snowflake paper? That's really pretty too. Can I find it? I did go through and use a bunch of these for the pockets that we just made. Just cannot find that one sheet. That's crazy to me. Oh well. I guess we will use... Maybe I didn't tear any off of that sheet. I have the top of it, I just don't have that. There's the black like that. Although, I think I really just like, I like that. Alright, let's see what we get. Where did my ruler go? I think I like the torn edge. It looks so pretty against the craft paper. Alright, so let's go with that. And I'll tear off another section of this. That's a good size scrap to use for something else. And then I'm just going to go ahead and cut that little curve off. And then let's see, I need to tear a tiny bit more off the very bottom of it. So that could go right there. And then a strip of this, maybe. I don't know yet. Let's see. I like that there, but I don't know if it works with it. Let me see. Do I have... The Santa is so cute. I love the Santa paper. I say let's do the Santa paper. It's just cuter. But I want the torn edge, so I'm going to take a little bit off the top of this. And then I'm going to try to line it up so I can, I'm going to try to line this up and tear this so they'll be about the same size. Because like I said, I don't really measure things. But I would like to have the torn edges on this as well. So let me just tear up. This is thick paper. This is one that I got from Hobby Lobby. This is not a piece from Ollie's from my haul. This is paper that I'm just like obsessed with. And I think I bought 2 paper stacks for this one. Nice paper. But I'm pretty sure this one came from, I don't know, I could be wrong. I've been buying so much paper lately that I don't remember anymore. But when I seen this vintage Santa in the stack, I was like, oh yes, gotta have it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna tear this other side as well. And I love these inks, these Tim Holtz inks. This is what I'm using right here. Love this stuff. I really like the color. It's very pretty. I use it as a stamp pad as well as a distressing pad. Very good quality. And I ordered these off of Amazon as well. I live in a very small town, and so there's a lot of times you can't find this stuff in the store. I could not find these local, and so I had to order them. And a lot of my Stampin' Up! Pads are old and they're starting to fall apart. I mean, those things lasted me about 20 years. So it is time to upgrade. All right. I'm going to just set this aside, but I'm not going to set it. If we need it again, I can grab it quickly. All right, and then let's attach this with the torn edge out. And so I've been ordering a lot of my die cuts off of Amazon lately. It's just one of those things where it's hard to find decent die cuts at the local craft store. We have Hobby Lobby here and Walmart, but we just don't have a huge selection. That's why the thrift stores are a great place to look for stuff, especially in a place like where I am at. Alright, so there's our vintage Santa. And I got something else that I think I'm going to add to this. I think this would be cute. 25. So one of the die cuts for one of the pockets came with a little number stack. And so I cut out 25 in a couple of different patterns that we have over here. And so I thought these were just adorable. Oh, you know what? That might be really pretty on there too. I might have to pull that up if I can just a little bit and tuck this. I've had this forever. So to be able to use it makes me sad but happy at the same time. Oh, and I lost my 2 and 5. Where did the 2 go? Like I said, I can be a very messy crafter. There's my 2. Because I get ideas halfway through and then I want to tear things up so I can fit it in there. Alright. So let's stick this right up under here. I love how that looks. Alright, and then we'll put the 25 right here. And I'm just going to use a little bit of glue to do that since I don't have I usually have a little, sticker maker that I keep with my adhesives. But I think I recently moved it because it was taking up too much space. So I rotate my crafting stuff out now. I have a little cart that I keep in my living room so I can wheel it over when I'm watching TV. I can just pull it over and work on specific things that I'm trying to work on. Like I rotated everything out a couple months ago just to be able to have Christmas crafting available at my fingertips and not have to go digging around and searching. So all of my Christmas stuff is out so I can easily access it. I just mess it up like this. So, all right, so that's a really cute little flip. I love it. I wonder if I should put a piece of paper here. Do we have a big enough piece? That would fit right there. Let's just cut this off. And then I think it'll fit right in. And we can glue it right here. So there's, yeah, I like that. Let's do that. Whoops. All right. I probably should have did this before I glued the envelope onto the paper, but you know, you don't know until you try it, right? You don't know if you're going to like how it's going to look. There we go. I like that. And then I'm going to add that down there. So I want it to go all the way across. See how it almost acts as a washi tape? I'm going to do that. And so it's just the right width of a washi tape. I love using those scraps. All right, so that one looks good. I wonder if I should cover those staples up with something. Put some ribbon on there so you can, so there's a little bit more to this page. Let's see. I don't think I like the green with it, but let's try this. I like that with it, but it's going to end up putting more staples on the page. I think I'm going to try to do like this, except I want to cut this point off. I used this for some Christmas ornaments recently. Okay, so I think I'm going to have it go over the top like a, kind of like a tab. I like that. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to want to cover these staples too. I like staples. I like the way they look with certain things. Like I will like the way the staples look with this. I don't mind the staples on this, but on the plain paper, I don't really care for it. So let's see. Actually, I have red staples. Let's see how those would look. We could do a few of the red and maybe disguise it a little bit better. Ow. have smaller staplers, they just don't go across as far on the page. And so I really like to just use my big office stapler. But sometimes the colored staples don't work so well in the office stapler. All right, let's see how this turns out. Because if we don't like it, we can always pull it out. Ooh, you can't even see that staple. I love that. You can see it on the other side, but it's not bad. All right, let's see. And did that, yep, that attached. Yay. All right. So I was thinking that I need to try to do a flip through. I'd really like to get a segment going where I'm journaling in my journal, because I don't feel like I do as much journaling in my own journal as I'd like anymore. Most of my stuff is traditional scrapbooking, and so I love making journals. I just haven't really been able to create my own. Like, I've created my journals, I just haven't been able to work in them. I sell journals, or I make them for other people. I'm probably out of staples, but let's see what happens. I had another one. All right. And this is ribbon that I picked up, a huge spool of it from the bins. And so it was a very exciting find. All right. And we are almost to the end of this. I think I'm going to put one more down here, one more little loop. And I could have done that closer to the edge, so it would have hung off, but I think that works. And so this is just one little bit of the ribbon I have. I've got 2 more of these, and I used a whole one of them already for ornaments. And I think I sent one of these little wraps to carry. This was on a big wheel, and I took it off to store it more easily. Okay, so there's our first little tab on the top. I love how that looks. Okay. Once I get done with this journal, I'm probably going to be like, yeah, now I have to keep it. Let's go with this right here to cover up the staples. All right, let's see. We're going to cut it, yeah, I'm going to cut this and have a straight edge. Where's my paper trimmer? All right. So let's put that in there. I think it was about right there. And then right about there. Oh, it doesn't fit. Okay. That's a problem with the little one, but I prefer having my little one just because it doesn't take up as much space as my big, huge one. And I do have my old Stampin' Up! One. The blades are so dull on the thing that it does not work well. All right. I really like how that looks with the Santa behind it. It's so pretty. I love that. Okay, so now that's going to be my best way to adhere this. I think with the double-sided tape probably. So let's do a couple of strips of this. All right. And I don't know how long this is going to take me. I might have to do multiple videos of this segment because I feel like I'm taking a very long time. And I I don't want you to miss anything. I don't want to have to just do a flip through. I want to really be able to show you the different things that you can do. I felt bad doing some of the pockets off camera, but I just didn't want you to have to sit and watch me do it for so long. And I feel like this is just taking me a while. I'm going to have like part 2 and part 1. All right, let's see. Ooh, that would look really pretty on this. You know, that would be a really cool tuck. So let's make this a tuck where we only, it's cute how it is season's greetings though. Yeah, I don't think there's any other way I could really attach that. But I think if we put this here, and I like how the gold looks with the black. All right, we will do adhesive across the bottom and adhesive across this side. I almost did the wrong side, which wouldn't have been a big deal. We just would have picked a different location. All right. And I was having trouble earlier. I was trying to go through some of my books and find some really cute Santa art that I could put in here. I'm having such a hard time with it because I'm being very selfish and I think I really, really want them. So I'm going to have to try to figure it out. Maybe get some digital prints or something so I can put some Santas in here. We're going to need some Santas, right? All right, so now we have a little tuck pocket right there. That's so cool. And then it opens for you to be able to decorate and put pictures in there. Or tags or anything, you know. Very fun. Love that. Okay. And I love how this looks with this. Oh. See, I'm going to do this and I'm going to be like, now it's mine. I was really hoping to do these and sell some of these, but at the rate I'm going, I'm definitely going to be in trouble. Let's see. We don't have to have a pocket or a card on every single page, but it is fun, isn't it? I really enjoy very interactive books, and so for me, I really like it when you can do a lot with the different flaps and pockets, and it just, for me, it's like a adult pop-up book, basically. I love it. All right, let's see what we've got going here with the map. The only thing about the map is it's not as sturdy, so I don't really want to put anything on the edge that I think might really make it rip or something. So let's see. We've got cards. I wonder if this would be a good spot. I don't want to put all like the fantastic stuff up front and then have all the stuff towards the back either, you know? So I'm trying hard to figure this out. I'm trying hard to overthink this, is what I'm saying. Because, let's be honest, that's what I do. I overthink it. I really like, oh, I love how this looks with the reds. That's going right there. And this is a cool pocket because you can put it down and have a pocket and a pocket, but I'm just going to put it down and have it be more like a little bag. Because that would be a lot going on. If I could make every pocket a flip, stuff pop out, I probably would. And then you could look at the journal for, you know, hours upon hours, because there would be way more in there, and it would be the fattest journal you could ever pick up, because everything would be interactive. But I mean, how much fun is that? Interactive journals are the best. And I've wondered if I should put everything together, put the pages in, make up the different pockets and things, make up an embellishment pack and then send that with the journal. So whoever purchases the journal has the options to put them wherever they want. But I really am not sure how people would want to purchase journals at this point, because I personally prefer making them. I like to make them. I just don't always journal in them. So I've made a bunch of them for my daughters. I enjoy the crafting part of it a lot. I enjoy the memory keeping part of it as well. I just, like I said, I overthink it. I end up looking at pictures and I'm so into the pictures that I don't ever get to craft sometimes. I don't know. I feel like my kids are the cutest things ever. And so when I look at their pictures, I just swoon over them. And sometimes the older kids, I feel so bad that they're so old now. And, memories can be sad sometimes because they're big now. But that's all right. They had to grow up. They had to grow up. It doesn't make me happy, but they had to. So, all right, let's see. What would be good here? I feel like we need something here. We've got a lot of solids. I like this. It's like a purple. I like how that turned out. Let's see. I just keep flipping, right? I like this green though. This is really pretty. Let's see. The reds really go so nice on this. Like this. Oh, I almost dropped a bunch of it. This looks so good on here. Oh, we should do a belly band. Yeah, that's what we should do. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down, and we'll do a belly band right here. I say right about that green mark right there. This looks like a sweater. I love it. And it's textured, so it feels so cool. All right. So we'll put this right here. Let's see, what else needs to go in there? Something else needs to go with this. Although, we could just make big cards for this. That's what we're going to do. It doesn't have to be all decorated right now. And I'm thinking about stapling it. Do I have enough red staples to staple this down? Although, I think if we do... Let's just do the adhesive. If we do the adhesive, it's not going to stick up. So let's do that. So we'll put this here. And see, we've got a nice little spot to make a tag, or like a page could go in here from one of the books. I have this book. Some of the pages from this would be really pretty on that green. Oh, that'd be cute there. I love that. But like, something like that would even be really cute there. I like this. It's like the steps of him coming into the chimney, in through the chimney. Or even the words here. That would be cute on there. What's on the back side? Let's see. Oh yeah, I might have to take this one apart. Yeah, we're going to take this page out, because I think this one would be really cute right here. I like that. And then you've got Santa on the other side. And I will probably put a tab on this so it's, I'm so tempted to do it right now, but I'm going to wait. All right, because I want to decorate now. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to go past the first signature tonight. I think I'm just going to finish up the first signature and then come back in with more because this is just taking me forever. I mean, I think it'd be so much fun though to have some of you here with me crafting and chatting and just getting to know you and hanging out. I would love to do something like that sometime. I think it'd be so much fun. Let's see. Put an envelope up top like this. Be a cool idea. What do we think? And then it's going to need something. It's way too plain. What if I like that on that red? Ooh, that's pretty. All right, we're going to cut this down. We're going to make another, you know, why am I putting everything on like the same side? I don't know if you noticed that. I'm just putting everything, like, I'm working on this side for some reason. I don't understand it. Oh, I'm going to make this into a tag, I think. Merry Christmas and best wishes for a joyful new year. And then it's got the pretty little piece from the card. That's going to be a tag. But this, although we could make this a flip. Although I like it just like this. Oh, and this would be so pretty with it. Like I said, I got this at the bins too. It's just kind of all shoved in there. But, yeah, who cares? It works. I just have to find the end of it. This would be pretty with this. I think I'm going to have to put this across the side here. And then we have to put something on there. That is just so plain. It needs something. But something that will coordinate well with our card, I think. And it won't be super busy. What about music? You could put music here with, let's see. I feel like I need to make that not so white though. I mean, that could work. It just can't be this white. And then there would be another flip right there to tuck something into this. All right, let's see what we can do. Yeah, see, when I found this at the bins, it said brown lace. It was all sealed up, and I was like, brown lace, I have to have it. Now at the bins, they will open things for you. But it's not, like, you have to take it to this table and they open everything for you and it takes forever. If there's a lot of people, so a lot of times I'll just grab stuff and I'm like, whatever. If I don't like it, I'll donate it. But so far, I've pretty much liked everything I pick up. And if I don't like it, I just turn around and sell it. Let's see. I am looking for something. I got sidetracked, and now I don't remember what I'm looking for. Let me think. Washi tape. I'm looking for washi tape. Alright. So we're going to use some washi tape on this. I've got some really, really cute ones. Please tell me I grabbed the 2 rolls. I've got this roll. We got sparkly. We've got Merry Christmas. Oh yeah, we got like a metallic green. This one says Christmas with presents and Santa. This is a cute little village that says Merry Christmas. I think I want to use that one on there. Oh wait, look at that. Little gold lights. And then we've got bells and trees. Okay, those are cute. This is from Hobby Lobby. I bought it for 50% off. I would never, ever buy this for $15. Never. Okay. Yeah, I knew I had the other ones out here. I just don't know if they're going to go with it because we've got nutcrackers. I mean, the lights might go with it, and the poinsettias, and the Merry Christmas. But for the most part, a lot of these, yeah, let's just pull these ones out. So we have these. I think these might work. We've got lights and snowflakes. That's really pretty. I like that. And then that might work. But these other ones are pink, so I don't think they're really going to go. I have got such cute nutcracker stuff. I made nutcracker charms, journal charms, and I love how these turned out. Here's one of my nutcracker journal charms. The candy wrapper ones, I love these. So cute. I've got those listed on my Etsy shop. Ooh, look at this one. Jingle and Mingle, that's pretty. And then I have this one here that's like, I think it's holly or mistletoe maybe, and some poinsettias. It's just hard to see it the way it is. Alright, so we're going to add some of this. Oh, and then I went all out and I bought myself these off of Amazon. They're not big rolls and they don't stick very well, so you have to add some adhesive to them, but those are great. I love those. Alright, so let's get going with this. And I'm going to add this card first, but I'm thinking about adding the card and the lace. Now I got to find the end of the lace again. Let's see, there it is. I'm thinking about adding this. Do I add it over top or underneath? I kind of like that underneath. So I think what I'm going to do is measure this out. I'll cut it down. Let's move that out of the way. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and staple that on. You know what? I have got staples that I said look almost gold. Let's see if these match this gold in this. I think they're supposed to be an orange color, but that would match that, I think. So let's go with that. And I don't have any more red staples in there. We used the last one. It's kind of funny that we had exactly enough to use the whole little bit I put in there. All right, so I'm going to add adhesive to the edge of this first, just to give me a little bit of an advantage, and it will hold it. It's just not going to hold it well, you know what I mean? But it'll hold it so I can staple it. And then we're going to staple the card right onto our lace. I'm just going to adhere this thing down. That side. Alright, we're going to adhere it down and then we'll staple it. Why make it complicated, right? I don't know why I had to do that. But I did. I had to do that. Alright, so let's staple here. Here. Ooh, that one's right on the edge. And we'll do one there. Okay. I like that. Oh, it's such a pretty card. I hope I have another one of those because I really like that. And if not, I'm sure after Christmas I'll find tons of cards. Okay, and then we're going to take this here and adhere this up on the top of this. But before we do that, I think I'm going to, let's see. I liked this side for this. Let's have this up here. We'll do this here and this here. Actually, maybe I'll do it on top of it. And then I'm going to pick a washi tape. This one is a village. Let's look at it. It says Merry Christmas. That's really cute. And then we have this really pretty one here. These are so, they're new, so they're so hard to get apart. Wait, you know what? Gold. I want the gold. Is this a gold one? Kind of think that this all the way gold might be really pretty with this. I like that a lot. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and distress this because I'm not sure that I really like how white this paper looks. So let's see here. We're going to tear the edge of this. All right, so we're going to tear off right at the edge where you have the white. And I don't need that white. I'm not going to ever need that. All right, let's tear off. This tiny little corner needs to go. There we go. And we'll line it up right here. That looks good to me. All right, so then I'm going to go ahead and distress this just a little bit. You know what else we could do? Let's do this. I like crinkling up the paper. And then I like how it looks when you distress it. So it gives it a really neat look. Definitely an older vintage look to it, you know. All right. So that should work well with that. And we'll put that here, and then this needs to get smaller. Right there. And it also needs a little bit of ink on the edges, I think. Did I say I was going to put it under or over? I cannot remember. I can't get this to tear either. Sweater paper, very thick. All right, so we're going to go ahead and distress the edges. All right, so I can put that down and then put this down. All right, I'm going to put this down first, I think. We'll do that. All right, and so we'll put this right about here. That should be good. And then this can go right about here so you can still see the notes. Oh, I tore it a little short. Oh well. Should be fine. Or should I put it over and then tuck something over here? You know what? I'll put it over and then I'll put a sticker. But I think I need to... Let's see. I have some really cool Santa stickers. Like this Merry Christmas one. Or this little... It looks like a postage stamp. Yeah, I think that this one, because I'm going to use the gold as well. So let's do this Santa right at the edge here, I think. Or would he be better in the middle, right over here? Let's do that, because then we're not covering up the little symbol on there. All right. And we'll put him right there to cover up the spot that's too short. I don't know if you can see all that. And then I think I said the gold, right? We're going to use the gold. Let's move this out of the way. I need to probably move some of this so it's easier to see. All right, this says Jingle and Mingle. We're just going to add this to the top right up here. You know what? I'm going to cut this end off because I don't like how that looks. And then we'll put Jingle and Mingle right here. This gold is really pretty with this. All right, so we've got that on there. And then we're going to attach this. So we can either put it here and have it just flip up, or we can put it on the back side. Usually when you put it on the back side, you have a little bit more stability than if you just put it right here. If you put it here, it's better to put something else on top of here. So, all right, let's put this. I'm going to go ahead and adhere it to the back side with my double-sided tape. And we could decorate the inside or the other side, but I think this one I'm going to just leave plain. Let's see. I want to make sure this flap stays nice and secure. All right. This journal is going to be so full of so many good things. All right. Let's center that up a little bit better. I think I can. And put it right there. All right, so check out that. I love it. A nice little hideaway spot, and then another tuck pocket. Very cool. And we've got this on the other side here. I feel like this needs more though than just this here. Although a piece of paper could be put over this so it wouldn't be so bad. Let's see, what do we have next? I'm half tempted. Where did it go? I'm half tempted. Oh, it won't work because it has to be the same size. This one I want to show you how I'm going to do it, just so you know what's going on. Let's see. That would be red on red. I don't think that would work. We don't have very many that are actually in this direction. So, you know what? Did I already put the other one down? I think I did. No, here's the other one. These would be really cute, just one on top of the other, but both brown. I think that's what's going to happen here. And I'm going to add just some washi tape to the bottom of it. Oh yes, this looks really cute. I like this. So that's going to go there, and then I'll do another pocket that's identical to it just right above it. I think that'd be really cute. So I have to make up another one of these. I like this brown on the red. It's so pretty. And then we can put some pattern tags in there. It'll give it a really nice look. I'm going to have to go get more of this brown because I am really loving this brown with the vintage journals. This has got to be why people use the glue instead of using this double-sided tape, because it can be really difficult to remove. Alright, so there's that. And like I said, I'm going to do another one up here. I hope I left myself enough space. Yeah, I think that'd be really cute. This would also be really cute to have like a waterfall. I don't know if you've seen those. I'm actually not going to do just 2. I'm going to do 4. This is going to have 4 pockets. I love that. Okay, that's what's going to happen there. We're going to make that happen. Alright, and then we've got this pocket. And remember on our other green we did a belly band, which wouldn't be a terrible thing to do again. I wonder if we should do this here. Does our vintage Santa match this paper okay? Or is that just so green it doesn't, it clashes? I wonder if I should look for like the red, the plain red. That's a pocket, so I don't want to do it there. Oh my gosh, I'm touching the second signature. That's kind of crazy. I don't know if this would work here, but no, I don't think it would work on the file folder. It will, however, work on pages like this. And so, see, this is what I was talking about, doing something like this, and then putting it together, and then it would be a pocket that flips in. I don't know if I like the way those colors, I don't like how that looks with that. So that's why I'm trying it out, just to see what I think. That's got just too much weight to it, in my opinion. But would it look good with this? Let's see. I do kind of like it with the red poinsettias. There's a cute little snowman. I love that. I think I like it right here. I'm thinking this might have to go in this location. And see, the Santa will be down here, and this pocket will flip right here. I like that. Okay, so we're going to do this pocket, and then I'm probably going to call it a night, just because it's getting so late. Alright, so with this, just want to make sure, yes, that's where we're putting it. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this down so I don't mess up. All right, so now this pocket, it's a like a 3-tier pocket. All right, and so I already did this one, so it's got the backing on it. And so if you look, you can stick something in right here, and in the top. I love these. They hold so much. It's so amazing. So we're going to go ahead and use the double-sided tape right here because we want our pocket to hold really well. I probably should be using the clear red tape. All right. We're going to put it right on there. And a hinge is a really good way to kind of hide everything, but make it a little more sturdy and secure, if that makes sense. All right, and I'm going to line it right up with this here. All right. And then this is going to get attached right here. I'm so excited that I finally got to do one of these. There's more of these in my future for sure. Because this is just the coolest thing ever. I love pockets like this. I mean, I might not have a ton of stuff to put in it, but it looks cool, right? When I make pockets, I feel like I have to make a million tags too. So I think what I'm probably going to do is finish this one off, and then I will come back at this and work on it off camera because this video has already gotten to be super long. And so I can work off camera and then do a flip through with you to show you the rest of it. All right. All right, so there is the hinge, and we're going to attach this right here. You can actually attach it wherever you want. It just has to be able to close. So it's not on the end. I think I might do it right here. Actually, I'm going to do it right there. I like it right there. Because then it's not, if it's right here, it kind of sticks up. Right here, it sticks up a little bit, but that'll kind of conform to the book a little bit more. But I think that looks good right there. And it's not right on the absolute edge of it then. All right. And it's in the second signature. Surprise, surprise. We got there for a couple of things. Because like I said, I really didn't want to have all the cool stuff in the first signature. So now we'll have some of the cool stuff in the second signature. And this is an interactive piece, so I definitely want a good amount of adhesive on this. All right. Okay, so here is our awesome flipping pocket. It's our awesome flipping pocket. Look at that. It came out so good. I love it. All right. So We did a lot in here already. I'm just moving along so slow. It's kind of ridiculous. But so far, I really love the things that we've done. So we'll come back at this again and work on this some more tomorrow. I can't keep going today. But I love how these are turning out. So much so that I'm like, oh, I might have to keep this book. And I'm going to go back in and make 3 more of these pockets tomorrow. But yeah, so far, the first signature is looking amazing. But look at the awesome pocket. Love it. Okay, so I'm going to go to bed now. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, bye.